As Americans vote in this week's U.S. presidential election, leaders around the world are trying to anticipate how the outcome will affect their country. And that also includes people in the Middle East who are feeling the impact of the wars in Gaza and Lebanon. CBC's Sasha Petrusik is in Tel Aviv with more.
Well, if Israelis could vote in this U.S. election, Donald Trump would have a lot of supporters here. Polls last week show that 2 out of 3 Israelis would vote for Donald Trump, while Kamala Harris would only get about 17% of the vote. Now, they realize that Donald Trump is unpredictable and they can't be sure of anything that he does, but they say he did a lot of good things for Israel last time, most importantly for them, to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, something that no other U.S. president has agreed to do, and most other countries in the world do not recognize. So they are behind him. As for Kamala Harris, they see her as really an unknown. They don't know really who she was as vice president, what she did, but they have this sense that she is maybe a little too dangerous for Israel because she cares too much about humanitarian issues when it comes to the war that's now going on. I spoke to one Israeli pollster. This is what she said about Kamala Harris and the Democrats.
They have been caricatured in Israeli life to think that the future of the Democratic Party is dangerous for Israel, will undermine Israel's position, maybe will stop its military support and financial and political support. And I've heard people in mainstream, even liberal-oriented Israelis, I mean, the kinds of Israelis who are out on the street protesting the current government, say, we're scared if there's a Democratic presidency, because that's what they're hearing in Israel.
Now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has his own views. He definitely wants Donald Trump as president. He's dealt with him before. He thinks it is somebody that he can do business with, especially since Trump tends to be more transactional, whereas Joe Biden has been more sentimental about Israel. But there is word here even that the Israeli Prime Minister has held off any kind of a ceasefire or ending the war that's been going on in Gaza and in Lebanon, waiting for Trump to be elected president and to give him that ceasefire that the White House has been asking for some time now. Trump has even reportedly told Netanyahu that he wants to see the war finished by January 20th. That's Inauguration Day, so that if he wins the presidency, he can come in and not have to worry about this war that's been going on for more than a year. He will probably, though, have to worry about the conflict between Israel and Iran, which has been ramping up. The last thing that Israel saw was 200 ballistic missiles heading this way. Israel struck back, and now everybody here is waiting for Iran to strike back here. That war could blow up even further as Israel and Iran come to blows. The U.S. would have to get involved in one way or another. But both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump have made it clear they don't really want to be in the position of sending in U.S. assets or U.S. soldiers to fight that war on behalf of Netanyahu. So they will be pushing against something like that. And Donald Trump may not be giving Israel the support that Netanyahu hopes that an American president would, even if it is Donald Trump. Sasha Petrusik, CBC News, Tel Aviv.